Hey everyone, Wander here, and welcome back to some more Digimon World 1. We are grinding our way up again through Ninjamon up to Metal Mamemon. Which, I don't know, this is kind of a personal mission for me trying to do this grind again. Admittedly, I was kind of hoping to go from Monochromon to Metal Mamemon, just because that's what my, original Digimon in my first playthrough of Digimon World 1 was, and I was kind of hoping I could recreate that, but I managed to do that with luck on my first try when I was a kid. It's a lot harder to do than I thought, and so instead we're just going to take an alternate route and have some fun with it. But yeah, Metal Mamemon is like a real tank. Doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but also doesn't take a whole lot of damage, and has some pretty good moves, and we've been collecting machine moves this entire time. And so I figured, yeah, let's give him a shot, play around with him, have some fun. And then maybe eventually move on to some other Digimon eventually. But anyway, now that this kind of montage that I've skipped mostly over is coming to a close, let's actually dive in and see what I can accomplish with my Metal Mamemon. Because we've already recruited like a ton of dudes. So I'm kind of wondering if we're going to hit some like serious diminishing returns on what I do on a per Digimon lifetime basis. We might just have to go into the training hole for a very long time, and that's not going to be fun. Alright, so now that we're done with that heck of a training montage, the one thing is my HP and my MP are bad, but my stats are amazing, comparatively. So what do? We could try and go learn some moves, but I think the best thing I could possibly do is probably keep recruiting people. So we could try and go find... Oh, we did get Airdramon, so Airdramon is done. Now all we have to do is probably go talk to Gekomon again. Oh, I should go interact with the bulletin board. Because if we interact with the bulletin board, we can also clear some stuff out of my inventory. Oh, Airdramon. It looks pretty lively. Don't I have to go back to Factorial Town? My scheduling function is working. No problem. Okay. So, yeah. I think we just interact with the bulletin board. And see if there's any other notes we've missed. If I can? Uh-oh. Okay. We found the UFO. The creature showed its body and spoke unknown words. Is the creature an alien? Will it appear again? Okay. So it looks like we're out of those things. We also have Nanamon if I want to. Sure, actually. Because while I'm in Factorial Town, we might as well go to... while we're in Factorial Town, go back to the sewer. Nanamon should just be hanging out there. And then we can get... Unfortunately, I think we have to do, see Nanamon 3 different times. To actually make... Or 5 different times. We've already seen him once. To actually get what we need. Who are you? Let's see how Metal Mamemon holds up in combat. We've actually got big moves. Oh, it was just one guy. Now, there is also the painful but entirely doable option of... Painful but entirely doable option. I just realized my Metal Mamemon ain't bright enough that I can give him specific commands. So we might actually want to throw him back into brain training for a bit. He is an expensive lad. He's also so cute. And I don't think you can actually get a Guardramon in this one, considering these Guardramon are just Guardramon. Okay. The other problem is my Metal Mamemon has next to no HP. Which does make this a little trickier. I'll have to make sure I heal him between combats. So other things we can do... We have Metal Garurumon. Or not Metal Garurumon, regular Garurumon. Boy, Metal Garurumon would be a surprise considering there's no megas in this one. The closest you can kind of get to is... well, we might be able to get the beam from that if we're lucky. Missed. Oh no. Yeah, so the problem with the beam, there are angles that you can be standing at where it will not hit. And we were perfectly at that angle. Hopefully we learn the beam. Nope. It's okay. These fights pay for themselves. Okay, so by that merit... no, we do want to keep a hold of the beam here. The problem is, without the beam, there are some group fights here that are going to be a problem. And I don't want to have to deal with it. There we go. Yeah, with the beam, I can kind of two-shot some of these guys. He really likes that beam. I can't blame him, I do too. I remember why Metal Mamemon is my favorite. He's just adorable. The Dita! And he kind of gives off a bit of a Mega Man vibe, you know. It looks like a gunbuster on his left hand. I think it's just a regular left hand. And then the like claw hand on the other. Yeah, hopefully we can recruit Gekomon while we're here. I don't think he does anything. Oh, no, he does. He gives us a jukebox. Which I'm entirely ambivalent about. So other things we could or should do. We're going to need more money. Luckily, we can get a ton just by fighting. So where is Nanamon? There he is. Who is it? Who are you? Well, that's that. Let's see. It might be worth a break going back to the gym just to get some health and some HP. Oh, my dude. I don't think we desperately need to. I think it would just be maybe wise to have at least 1,000 more of each. Eventually, I know we get the ability to just buy chips, and that would be lovely. Okay, yeah, we don't even have 3,000 MP. Ouch. Still, that's effective. There we go. Yeah, I think we're in a fine spot. Wait, did one of them actually just shoot the other? That's different. Didn't get him. Please get the right angle. There it goes. Yeah, so this is a little expensive. Yeah, we definitely want to do some brain training, just to the point where I can tell him exactly what move I want. It'd only take like 2 iterations too. But we'll do that after we get Gekomon. Right now, this is not costing us anything. Nice part is also it just keeps him nice and happy. Not that I have any idea if there's like a merit to happiness after a certain point. Like, I think you kind of cap it out, and or once you've hit ultimate, I don't think you need happiness anymore. The only thing you could do, or you would need, is like, if you're trying to go for one of the weird alt Digivolutions, like, I think you can turn Metal Greymon into Skull Greymon, by, getting knocked out, which actually is kind of neat. Mean, for sure. We tried doing a Dynamo Punch. And again, this might be close quarters enough that it doesn't matter. I really wish each of the beams could hit. But alas. I was really hoping this guy's level of defense would also make it so we take less damage, and the answer is, it probably does. But it really doesn't feel like it's making a difference here. Maybe at max value. Okay, is Gurumon done? Yeah. I was waiting for you. Are you returning to your senses? I'm feeling a little bit funky. Hey, this is serious, you know. The factory is closed now, so I have lots of free time. I'll help you. He regained his senses, but he still looks insane. Still looks insane? You know, I was talking about that translation issue. Here's one. Well, excuse me. See you later. Alright, and that's it for Factorial Town. We really don't have a reason to come back here ever. I probably will. Just for, like, money. Oh, wait, no. We still have Metal Mamemon. I'm still gonna leave that for later. We've got things to do with this guy first. So, we can still go to the Ogre Fortress. There's also the Leomon Cave. Boy, though, like, we are rapidly approaching the point where the only thing left for me to do is beat the game. Which means I'm gonna have to do that Monochromon minigame. It probably would have helped me out if I had done it sooner. But... It is fascinating, honestly, how much... What would I say? We never did find those happiness mushrooms, did we? Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that thing I said I was going to do, which was give myself a handful. Okay, let's also buy, like, all of the meat. Since I burnt through a lot of them earlier. Okay, medium MP. Oop. Let's take a look. So I've still got a bunch. Yeah, this is looking solid. We actually, yeah, really did run out of a lot of meat there. Oh, the other thing I can do, if I want money. Because I no longer need all of these. Okay, so what can I buy with 20,000 bits that I'd want to buy? More meat. The other one would be like cards, because I know we need something for Shogun Gekomon. Let's see. Because we've got Garurumon. Frigimon, we're gonna have to wait for. Angemon is doable. What type is this guy? Data, I think. I don't think he's a vaccine. So we might not be able to get into the sanctuary. Yeah, I should have thought about that earlier. Huh. Actually, the more I think about it, the more I realize Metal Mamemon might have been maybe not a poor choice here. Just not an amazing one. No, let's go get that additional training in real quick. Because I might as well, yeah, I might as well get to about 4,000 of each. And enough brain that we don't have to worry about which move he's using. Because I think it's only going to take, like, 2 of these. I was really hoping with the training manual we'd have even less issue. But alas. Really wish there was a little bit more wiggle room on when it needs to go. It's kind of like a... oh, what would I even say? Just a, like, hey, you can get it to go to the bathroom an hour or two early. If you go buy a toilet, you can be like, hey, you want to go? And I don't know. Maybe other people are different, but I definitely know, like, at least an hour or two beforehand if I'm, like, kind of getting to that point. This happened because... why did I do that? That happened because my Digimon was like, I want to go to bed. Turns out it both needed to go to the bathroom and bed, and didn't warn me until I went to bed. Oops. It's not a problem. Yeah, that should be good enough. Just do this a couple of times. I don't like training ultimates just because it feels impractical. Like I'm wasting potential time. Though, like I said, we are so close to the end of the game at this point that it kind of... what else would I do? You still hungry? No. He's doing his idle punching animation. Because, yeah, we can get Airdramon. That's probably the next big step. But I'd like to do that when I've at least gotten these stats up. Especially the HP. I don't want to have to, like, panic and chuck healing items and waste them. So 2 more times here, then we go work on HP. And we don't need, like, too much more than 3,000 HP. Just enough that I, like, have a little bit of wiggle room at chucking, medium HP floppies. Alright. It is interesting playing this game, though. So one thing I often run into when I'm playing games is I'm going to say final act doldrums. The point where a game is starting to wind down. You know, there's still stuff to do, but it's not, like, big or pivotal. It's all the little bits here and there, the final side quests, the little bit of collectathon, the getting the final super weapon, stuff like that. And I realize, like, on a statistic level, I might actually be kind of far from the end of the game. My big, kind of consistent fear here. It turns out running around when you're tired pisses your Digimon off super hard. I actually didn't know that. But, like, statistically, I might not actually be able to beat this game. I probably can. Can I rest here? Where is resting? Like a whole back room? We're all trying hard. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna give him a sirloin. They'll solve the rest issue. And the food issue, I think. Can you not rest? I'm actually confused. Yeah, I guess you can no longer rest at Gigimon's house. Or at least they moved it, or something. Yeah, the real problem is we just need to go to bed. Like, pretty much as soon as we're done resting, this guy's gonna be like, alright, bedtime. Just like, come on, dude. Well, it's fine. Doesn't look looks like he drops too much happiness. Yeah, we never actually really needed the Mojimon trick in the end. It was helpful, but it wasn't like as pivotal as I thought it would be. So things that I very specifically need to go out of my way to do. One, how's this guy's HP? Or age? So we got about 5 more days, give or take. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So technically 6, give or take. Sometimes they live longer, sometimes it's shorter. It heavily depends on... I think actually discipline level is one of the main determining factors on when your Digimon dies. An over-disciplined Digimon... Yeah, there it is. An over-disciplined Digimon doesn't live as long. I was assuming it had something to do with happiness. Turns out, no. Okay, so why don't we do a little bit of boulder movement? I just want to get into the 3,000, 3,500s. The problem is he doesn't have a I'm fully fed animation. Some of the other ones do like a happiness noise. He just comes up and starts shadowboxing. Okay, that's good enough. I just want to be able to tank what's coming up. Let's go grab our meat, too. There's the sirloin. And go from here. But yeah, I think part of the problem I'm running into is that because I managed to get so many things so early, just by effectively forcing the issue, comboed with, you know, the remaining Digimon to collect, some of them are actually tricky. Okay. Oh. Yeah, because the final things are actually more of a pain in the butt, I'm like losing steam because actually making progress now feels so much slower than the beginning of the game. Anyway, I was waiting for you, Appo. Finally, the day has come. What happened? The entrance to Mount Infinity appeared. What? Really? Where? It's beyond the falls of the city. Gosh, it's so close. The way I see it, the last enemy is on Mount Infinity. So it's the last dungeon. I'll do it. Good luck, but don't be hasty. Don't make a move until you're fully prepared. Except for it's like immediately fight time. Alright, I found you, Wabbo. Ambush! My goal is to beat you. Those eyes, he must be brainwashed. So yeah, he does have like a lot higher... Wait, no, that's Edamon. Edamon is a lot stronger than me. This guy just has higher offense, but otherwise is fine. Anyway, we're just gonna kick his butt. Or try. Oof. Though, I might actually be able to learn that move. No, that was the previous guy. Yeah, it's a good move to pull off when you're confused. Yeah, I can just kick him out of the hurricane. We never did learn hurricane here. But, like, there's a lot of stuff I never did. Like, that's the kind of, I don't know, thing about this. It really does feel like I just kind of bypassed a considerable portion of the intended experience of this game just by knowing what to do and getting a Metal Greymon on the first go. But I guess that's kind of inevitable. No matter what I do, I must defeat him. What are you talking about? You gotta get treatment. I think it's all okay now. I'm glad. We must defeat the boss as soon as possible. I know. Okay, so that's Airdramon kind of collected. Because yeah, the next would be Machine Dramon. Well, no, I have to get Machine Dramon before I can get him. So the real trick is, do I want to get Monochromon? Kind of. There's Mojimon, but I need the Happy Mushroom. Garurumon is doable. To a Nanimon. Yeah, and there's other things? Shoot. Ooh. Yeah, let's go find Vademon next. Because they're easy. I think part of it is because I'm recruiting some of these at various times, I'm not really giving myself the opportunity to utilize them. I don't know what Vademon does, to be honest, but like Monochromon, for example, does something in the shop. I don't know what. And I feel, I don't know if I want to say like guilty by not getting him. It's just that minigame is kind of a giant waste of time. Because if it's not even possible for you to get it on the first, or like on every attempt, then it kind of feels like you're just going through a crapshoot, because not only is it hard, you know, hard to do correctly, but then it's just every once in a while it gives you the finger and says, nah, buddy. I think it would be easier if I had a vaccine type, though, because I think if you have a vaccine type, it gets you medicine. Huh? I see a lot more now. Well, I guess it means... What? God, Vademon is such a dumb-looking Digimon. An alien? Are you Digimon? Are you? Ah! I'm not your enemy. Good, now you understand. Waibo tried to convince him. Maybe he doesn't understand. Okay. Huh? He can talk. So now what? So we've got Mamemon and Metal Mamemon, neither of which do any like major things. I guess let's try and go for Shogun Gekomon. And like Kakitorimon and stuff. Because that's really doable. The real question mostly boils down to, like, how much of this game do I really care to see? And how much of it is just like collection for the sake of collection's sake? So I think that is kind of a greater weakness of less than linear games. Of, you know, what is your upper limit before you say, good enough, don't need more. And with some games, you get to the point where you just steamroll through. I don't think this is one of those. Oh, right. The heck is the weird mystery shop? It's over here somewhere. Because we might as well go get that, that one piece of giant meat that we lost during the power outage. And then I might as well buy, like, as many card packs as I can, because what else am I going to use this money for? What are the odds? I mean, it works out, but what are the odds of that? There's also some question of, like, what if I just massively stocked up on healing items? Could I actually just cruise control the final levels? You know, just charge through Mountain Infinity with stats and stats alone. Where the heck is this? Oh. Oh, the shop is gone. It's only present for the first half of the month. Shoot. I forgot about that. I'm like, it's manageable enough. My next ultimate, for example, absolutely will be in the right position for that. And also because I am emulating this, I do have just like a ton of tools at my disposal if I really want to just be like, alright, this has lost its luster, but I feel weird about that. Yeah, that's actually kind of an interesting push and pull. You know, I guess when I was a kid, I used to use my... There is a bathroom nearby. I just don't care. It's 300 bits. I used to use my Game Shark liberally. Like, there's no reason not to. I would give all of my Pokemon Pokerus. I would get everybody to be shiny. I would use the missing no trick to get, like, infinite Master Balls, just so I could catch them all without too much effort. Like, all that stuff was easy. And I don't really remember regretting it. I don't think it really affected whether or not I enjoyed a game or not. But from a, like, recording perspective, I always kind of go back and forth on how much I'm allowed to... Oh, we got a trio. Yeah, how much am I allowed to mess around with the game? Like, how much modding, how much... I'm just shifting my chair. How much modding, how much shenanigans? You know, how many glitches am I allowed to exploit? How many design oversights can I make use of? The Mojimon trick, for example. I feel like the Mojimon trick is intrinsic. You know, that's something that was left in the game. You're so cute. Are we just a gun? Oh no, we're just like a little guy. That's very cute. Still did get me, but it's fine. Yeah, those guys are a little punchier. Yeah, I guess we would get injured. I've let my health get down. It's fine. Because I've got a bandage. We should probably also just take a couple of these. Okay. I'm going to get you back up to full health. There we go. Okay, so now that we've got this area completely cleared out, where the heck is Shogun Gekomon? I actually don't know. I'm gonna look this up. Because I'd like to be able to get through the misty area. That's Great Canyon. Okay, Gecko Swamp. Oh. Goal of this area is to gain an audience with Shogun Gekomon. You gotta defeat an Otamamon, which appears every once in a while. But it's probably in the next screen. Okay. Wait, apparently you can also recruit a Gekomon. Why is that not part of my guide? I am confused. Yeah, so we're looking for Otamamon around here. Oh, it's a mushroom. Yeah, I don't actually want to do anything here. Well, I guess we'll just fight this guy. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. We can just punch it to death. Let's see. Yeah, no, at this point it's mostly just the final process of picking things up. Okay, I should probably heal. I'm getting a little lazy because I know this guy's strong, but I should remember to top him off. When we attack, we honestly do look like a gun, though, and that amuses me. I guess the other thing I could do, but probably once I've recruited everybody, I will probably do some kind of like, I don't want to say super training montage, but I'm just going to keep training for a little while. Yeah, where does the Otamamon show up? Because it wouldn't be out and over here. So that might be how you get to the Gecko Town. But I think what'll happen, maybe sooner than later. Oh, there he is. Birdbrain, Numbskull, Dimwit, Chowderhead, Dum-Dum, you to geek. What did you say? That gets me mad. I don't remember if Otamamon is something you can recruit in this. But I think what I might do is... Oh, you're just getting turned into a gun constantly. Kill him. He only has so much HP left. Keep hitting him. But I think what we might do is go on like a super training binge off camera. And just get to the point where I have one Digimon that is reasonably prepared to take on Mount Infinity. I'm thinking like 700s in stats. They aren't nice. Wait, what is it? Huh? My master is calling me. Come with me, Ribbit. Oh, no. Shogun Gekomon terrifies me. I'll say that right out. Dude's freaky. Wabbo and Hence, right? Thanks for coming to Volume Villa. I'm sorry for what we did to a Tamamon. Never mind. Huh? I'm grateful. I heard you've been working hard to save this island. You did? I've been wanting to help you. You've been to the misty trees just north of here. Yeah? It's always foggy there. It's probably hard for you to get around, but you should meet Cherrymon, who's the forest chief. Cherrymon? I've never heard of such a Digimon. Cherrymon makes the fog in misty trees. Created fog to protect the forest from danger. That's a problem for us. I think Cherrymon knows something about the cause of the island's trouble. Worth trying to go through the fog to see him. If we can do something about the fog... The only one who can get rid of the fog is Cherrymon. Oh, there's a way to get through. I'll put a spell on you. What's gonna happen? You'll be able to see the road even in the fog. Oh, that's good. Okay, then I'll start. Ribbit, ribbit. Good, that's perfect. Now, go to the misty trees. Bye-bye. Well, just in time for us to be tired. Shogun's collecting rare items. He used to collect items. But now he's really into Digimon cards. If you bring a rare card, give him merit points. You can collect. Alright. Buddy is tired. Oh, and sleepy. Oh, no. Okay. I hate to do this to him. Oh. I want to go to the city. I want to fight at the arena. It seems like we, the Gekomon tribe, look down upon as country Digimon, Ribbit. Yeah, we're from the country, but we have our pride too. I see how you feel. Then try it. Good luck. Joins the arena. Okay. System save state. We want to do this one. Okay, so the next order of business is getting Kakatorimon. Okay, 4 to 7 in the morning. Guess it really depends on when this guy wakes up. We get out of here. Okay, so this takes us back to Gecko Swamp. Can I get back? Oh, okay, so we just have access to that now. Okay, and this takes me to the Misty Trees. So as long as I can get through this, I think we can get Kakatorimon. Because Kaketorimon should be 2 screens to the right. Main issue is it usually has a lot of Digimon. Okay, here we go. That's a Kaketorimon. Hey, you! Yeah, I think I'm mostly gonna vie for Megaton Punch. This is a little faster. And has the paralysis. And has the chance of stun locking enemies? I don't know. Yeah, just about as fast as me, if not a little faster. I think we also probably have lower reach because we're tiny. Oh, this is silly. Alright, that should be Kaketorimon. Gives me a defense chip, too. Huh, here's something else. That's pretty good for so early in the morning. Hey, don't you act like it's somebody else's business. I know what you're talking about. You're working hard for the island by gathering Digimons. So you know. Well, why don't you help me? What am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to do that? Oh, you just don't get it. You're supposed to work in the city, remember? Well, like they say, the early bird gets the bug. It has nothing to do with anything. On top of that, it's a worm, not a bug. I'm just joking. Well, I'll see you in the city. All right. Okay. What else do we have here? I don't think this goes anywhere. I think this is just where we hang out. So what is going on with Metal Mamemon? His happiness seems to be full, but he's alternating between happy-sad, and I don't quite know. Oh well. And yeah, we can navigate this area comfortably. So what do we do next? I mean, let's see. Because I'd still like to find the last Nanomon bits. I bet the last one's probably an Ice Sanctuary. All range beam. You just dodged it? Okay, we didn't throw it. And I do have a lot of bits. Yeah, I gotta remember to feed this guy, though. And keep him healthy. Because we are going into harder fights. Please don't. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna have to remember to do this correctly. What age is he? 14. Almost no way he's going down. I just have to remember to come back the next day. There we go. If you want to go through, you must accept my challenge. There we go. So the question is, how tough is this Garurumon? Okay, so this is the tougher one. So the... He wants a rematch. I think we'll be okay. We might not be, actually. Like, all range beam does a ton of damage, though. I think we would win against him without any chips. And I could actually use the 2 chips I have. I let my guard down, but 2-on-1 isn't fair. Well, that may be so. I never lose to anybody when it's a fair fight. Let's fight 1-on-1. Come back tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Only Digimon will fight. Alright. It's a promise then. See you tomorrow. Do they mean 4 in the morning? I have no idea. I think I'm gonna just end up using these chips. They're gonna help me now. Let's see. Because, yeah, an extra 500 HP and 50 defense. Both of those are good. I know there's a merchant that sells chips. That is actually one thing to consider. We could set up for the Mojimon trick, get infinite money, and then buy more chips than we know what to do with. That's not a bad idea. Because if I can just buy endless chips... keep seeing what looks like a face in some of these. Oh, hello, that's Cherrymon. Oh, he's freaky looking. I thought it was like the giant evil tree from Digimon Adventure 1. Oh, well. Welcome, young man. You're Cherrymon, right? What do you want with an old man? Oh, what do you want with an old man like me? First, clear the fog. So that's it, I see. Can't you do it? First, listen to what I got to say. Now, where should I begin? You know about the emergency on the island. Please tell me about it. I see. The emergency. This island began to change 80 years ago after the land changes happened. The northeastern parts of the island suddenly appeared years ago. Since then, Digimon started to move away. The species separated, and each species started to speak their own tongue. They forgot the language they used in the city. In the end, File City lost most of its population of Digimon. Then Digimon began to lose their memory. The island's history, their past, their senses. Getting worse day by day. But I have something important to tell you, but I can't remember it either. However, all will come together at the end. Someone compels it to be so. In time, the Digimon will come to think of the emergency as normal. The only thing that can stop this is you and the power of File City to unify Digimon. Gather Digimon in the city and create a miracle. It will definitely happen. I got all worked up. I've said it all. Now let's get rid of the fog. The reason for the forest fog was to be able to speak to you. Oh, and one more thing. There are others in the forest who know about the past. Go deep in the forest and find them, if you can. Did you come here again to hear an old man talk? About the island. Okay. 80 years ago when the land changes happened. No, this is the same thing. And then we can also train mana here, I think. Or brain. I do not know if we have a bathroom nearby, and that's okay. So we also have Toy Town. I don't know if I can fly out here. I don't even know what I can do at Toy Town. I'm assuming I'm kind of locked out of it. Costume House. This costume seems different from others. It has some overpowering presence. There's a zipper on the back. And you want to get in? No, you can't, hench. Only if you're limber and slippery, you can go in. So if I have a Numemon, I can go in there. Which, like, might not be a bad idea for the next loop. Finally get the Numemon. There's only a handful of things that you actually need Numemon for. And that is one of them. I don't remember what else is in Toy Town. I don't think I've ever been here before. So this whole process is kind of new to me. Huh, why would they have a robot that is animated but doesn't do anything? Oh, Tinmon is a thing, I suppose. At least that one kind of is. Huh. Like, it feels like there's stuff I'm supposed to do here, but question mark? Yeah, so what's the deal with the toy mansion? It's all Lego. It won't open. Fair enough. Okay. So now what? We've got the Mojimon, we've got the Monochromon. We've got Montemon, we did get Kokitorimon, and we did get Vademon. So it's really just a couple of the edge case ones or the slightly sneakier, weirder ones. Or all the stuff in Mount Infinity. Like, realistically, most of the recruits in Mount Infinity are kind of nothing. Okay. Toss another one of these. They're expensive, but it's fine. Okay, one more. I guess I should have lasered him. Because, yeah, Digitamamon just affects the kitchen. Megadramon doesn't do anything. Metal Greymon gives you nicknames. And Devimon is, gives you chips that boost your stats but reduce your lifetime by 24 hours, which, I don't see the practicality of any of those. You know, Nanamon gives me some more inventory space. I don't know what Garurumon does in the restaurant. Maybe more recipes? Like, it's really... I don't even know what Angemon does. I think Angemon just gives us hints. It's really just Mojimon and maybe Monochromon at this point. Wait, do we already have the guy that sells us chips? No. It's Mamemon. So I guess I'm gonna have to get Mamemon. Which is, of course, kind of a pain because you have to go back and forth, but... Is this something? It really does look like you could go in there. You can. Yeah, we've got some Snow Agumon. don't think we care deeply about that. So yeah, really, let's get this stuff together so that we can get Mojimon. And then I can work on getting Monochromon and Mamemon. Those are like the big three. I think actually Mamemon is the one that I actually care about. So where the heck am I? Nice road sign. Doesn't do anything. Uh-oh. I do not know the map for Friesland. Wait, maybe I can pull it up? Okay, here we go. Pause. I think I'm both in the right spot and the wrong spot. I think we want to go here and then to the left. Okay, yeah. Now I've got the map in my head. Because yeah, I want to see if I can go to the Ice Palace. If I can, awesome. If I can't, we warp back and come back here later. Because yeah, I can easily go to do Monochromon no matter what stage my Digimon is at. I don't have to do anything there. I mean, might have to fight a little bit to get to him, but it's not dangerous or risky or anything. And then the Mojimon, once again, kind of same deal. As long as I can avoid the fights between me and there's no real, like, concern. It really does kind of feel like going for the beam is actually the trick. Really, let's see if I can get Angemon. I think you need to have a specific Digimon type if you want to get Angemon or Skull Greymon. Which is kind of a downer. I really should have tested when I went by both of those. But how was I? Well, I think I was still with it. Okay, stop with the strange white force. What? My legs are... Yeah, so we need a vaccine type. We've got a data type. So I'm not going to be able to do that. I guess actually instead of doing anything, let's just autopilot back. Rude. Because yeah, there's no reason to do let's see, there's no reason to walk back or even spend any time in Friesland at this point. It's also one of the more expensive places to be. Okay, so really the remaining things are, yeah, Mamemon. You came back at the right time. Look at the sculpture. What do you think? What a masterpiece, I amaze myself. What do you mean? You're making fun of me. Well, what were we talking about? Well, whatever. It sure is a sculpture. Okay, well, I think at this point, we're kind of capped out. So I'm going to try and go do stuff with Metal Mamemon. Mostly, see if I can find Mamemon. And barring that, I don't know what I'm going to do with him. Stats are looking good, but not enough that I think I'm comfortable trying to take Mount Infinity with him. I think we're going to want to loop through a couple more Digimon before I do that. Which, yeah, an amount of that might happen off camera. We might just pop in and be like, ooh, we have a different ultimate. Time to fight Metal Mamemon. Different ultimate. Time to get Waru Monzemon. Time to go get Skull Greymon. And Angemon, like, there's barely anything left. Oh, we do have the... I do have to remember to fight Garurumon tomorrow. That is the one thing that I gotta do before anything else. But I'm gonna go work on Mamemon, and boy, it's better that I do that off camera, because that is going to take a while, or I get really, really, really lucky. And I'm not betting on that. Wow, that was fast. I said I was going to do this off camera for the next episode, but I literally just walked in here and there was Metal Mamemon, so oh geez, how are we doing? Stats are looking good. Let's go fight up our less cool sibling. We're gonna battle chicken. Alright, let's fight. Fortunately, I'm not really going to be able to see it here. This is, like, legitimately one of the worst camera angles I think I've ever seen in this game. I think it's part of the reason why I don't usually go to Panorama. Wow. We just completely missed him. It's that stupid angle. Or he was guarding the hit. Hard to tell. Yeah, the problem is, I think you can just, like, farm stats here, and I don't know what that's going to do. What are the odds? Oh, you know what I can do that I haven't done? Ever. Wow. That's really nothing. Beans. Ah, holy shit. Alright. I want that move. We might actually learn it too. That's the nice part. But yeah, we're perfectly evenly matched. You know that scene in the Pokemon movie where they're all fighting their clones and it's like the same? Or where they're identical and just slapping each other around a bunch. Holy shit, this is why I'm not super comfortable with the idea of going elsewhere. Alright, there we go. If you trigger it immediately after they use an ability themselves, they'll just get stuck in it. But yeah, that was the Pikachu versus Clone Pikachu slap fight where they're just both getting progressively more wounded and sad. And then Ash Ketchum has to turn into a statue for some reason to, you know, stop it. Please tell me I learned to move. Buster Dive learned. Yes! I think that was the big charge move. Oh no, I lost. He was pretty tough. You're nice. I'm Mamemon. I'll go with you. Coming with us. Well, why don't you go to the city? Okay, I'll go there. Like, that was so dumb. Utter slap fight. But hey. Oh. Did your non-robotic clone beat the shit out of you? Is that what's being implied here? Probably is.